Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's get right into it because the NFL landscape is buzzing with some seismic rumors that could reshape the NFC West, and more importantly, the Dallas Cowboys' prospects down the stretch. The buzz is swirling around a potential blockbuster trade involving Fred Warner, one of the NFL's most elite linebackers, and the San Francisco 49ers. If this deal goes down, it could be one of those moves that not only shifts the balance of power within the division, but also sends shockwaves through the entire conference. And trust me, Cowboys fans, this isn't just idle speculation. There are some pretty credible sources hinting that this might be more than just a rumor. Let's break down what's happening. The 49ers, sitting at a solid 7-4 record, are reportedly eyeing a strategic move to free up cap space, something they desperately need after some injury setbacks on their defensive line. Their defense, which has been pretty stout overall, allowing roughly 22.9 points per game, is also dealing with some fatigue and depth issues. Now here's where it gets interesting. Reports suggest that the Niners are considering trading Fred Warner, their star linebacker, to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's a hefty price, but it's not just about the draft pick. It's about what Warner could bring to the table for Dallas. Fred Warner, for those who might not be as familiar, is a true maestro on defense, a linebacker with a resume that speaks volumes. Over his 8-year career, Warner has accumulated over 600 tackles, more than 10 interceptions, and 15 sacks. His PFF grade, which is a key indicator of performance, hovers around an elite 90. And his coverage success rate is around 80%. He's the kind of player who can play sideline to sideline, make plays in coverage, and be a vocal leader on the field, exactly the kind of impact player the Cowboys need to bolster their defense. Now, for context, the Cowboys have struggled a bit on defense this season, allowing 29.3 points per game, and giving up an alarming 140 yards per game on the ground post-injuries to their linebackers has exposed some vulnerabilities. Donovan Wilson's injury, an ankle injury that's expected to sideline him for about 6 weeks, has left a noticeable gap in the secondary and run defense. Warner, with his versatility and veteran presence, could step in and stabilize that linebacker core, especially considering the Cowboys' need for a playmaker who can cover tight ends, stop the run, and bring some swagger to a defense that's been leaning on Micah Parsons but needs more help. Let's talk about Warner's current season. Despite some injuries, he's played only 6 games in 2025 due to a hip injury. He's been productive when on the field. He has 28 solo tackles, 23 assists, and 51 combined stops. He's also contributed 2 forced fumbles and 1 fumble recovery, showing his knack for making game-changing plays. His overall PFF grade this season is around 85.6, which puts him in the top 5 among linebackers. His run defense grade at 82.3 is outstanding, and his pass rush ability rated at 78.9 is just enough to keep offenses honest. Warner's EPA versus the pass is around 20, indicating he's effective in limiting big plays through the air, and his missed tackle rate is just about 6%, which is pretty solid. For the 49ers, this trade makes strategic sense too. They're sitting at 7-4 but have some issues with their cap space, especially with upcoming extensions for key players like Brandon Ayuk. Trading Warner could free up around $18 million in cap space, giving them flexibility to sign or extend other vital pieces, particularly at wide receiver. Their offense, averaging about 23.7 points per game, has some room for improvement, especially in third down efficiency, which currently sits at a mediocre 45.7%. Moving Warner could also help address depth concerns, especially if they're worried about Dre Greenlaw's durability. Greenlaw, while a solid player, has shown some inconsistency, particularly with tackling efficiency, which has dropped from about 85% to 75%, raising some red flags about missed tackles and potential big plays against the run. Now, shifting gears to the Cowboys' perspective. Dallas is currently at 4-5-1, with a defense that has been leakier than fans would like, allowing nearly 29. 3 points per game and struggling to contain the run, giving up around 140 yards per game on the ground after injuries to key linebackers. The addition of a player like Warner could be transformative. Imagine him stepping into the middle of that defense, bringing leadership, speed, and football IQ that can elevate the entire unit. His ability to cover tight ends, stop the run, and blitz effectively complements Micah Parsons perfectly. Warner's presence could boost the Cowboys' third down conversion defense from roughly 42.7% to around 48%, a significant improvement. That's the kind of upgrade that can turn close games into wins and give the defense a much-needed boost heading into critical late-season matchups. Think about it. Dallas's secondary has been exposed at times, and having Warner patrol the middle could help reduce the passing yards allowed, currently around 250 yards per game, which could be brought down to closer to 190. His EPA versus the run at 22 makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses trying to establish the ground game. Plus, with his knack for making tackles and forcing turnovers, he could be the X factor that helps the Cowboys create more takeaways, something that can swing momentum in their favor and build confidence in a defense seeking to regain its swagger. Now, comparing Warner to some of the other linebackers Dallas has had this season, guys like Leighton Vander Esch and Damon Clark, Warner's experience and consistency stand out. His ability to seamlessly integrate into Dallas's scheme would be a huge boon, especially considering the division rivalries heating up and playoff push looming. If they can pull off this trade, it could be a pivotal moment for the Cowboys, transforming their defense from a liability into one of the league's most feared units, especially against passing attacks like the Eagles or the Vikings. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC playoff picture is starting to take shape, and the Cowboys need every advantage they can get. The NFC East remains fiercely competitive, with the Eagles and the Giants also vying for supremacy, but Dallas's defense has the potential to be a game-changer if they make the right moves. Adding Warner could be that move, providing not just a boost on the field, but also sending a message to the rest of the league that the Cowboys are serious contenders and not to be underestimated. The odds of winning the Super Bowl, which were around plus 8,000 earlier in the season, could see a significant boost if this trade materializes, possibly dropping closer to plus 4,000, reflecting a 50% increase in their championship chances. Of course, there are risks involved. Trading away a first-round pick in 2026 is a big commitment, and the Cowboys would need to be confident that Warner's health and fit in their scheme will deliver the value they're seeking. But considering the current state of their defense and the need for a playmaker who can truly elevate the unit, this could be a gamble worth taking. If Warner can stay healthy and bring his elite skill set to Dallas, he might just become the missing piece that pushes the Cowboys over the top, especially in the playoffs when every possession matters. In the end, this potential blockbuster trade underscores just how much the NFL is a league of chess moves. Teams are constantly evaluating how to maximize their rosters, balance the cap, and position themselves for a Super Bowl run. For Dallas, adding a player of Warner's caliber could be the kind of move that defines their season. If this trade happens, it could be remembered as the turning point that set the stage for a deep playoff run and perhaps even a trip back to the Super Bowl. Now I'll leave you with this. The NFL is unpredictable, and rumors like these heat up and cool down fast. But one thing is for sure. If the Cowboys pull this off, it will be a move talked about for years to come, a statement that Dallas is all in and ready to reclaim their spot at the top of the league. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Do you think this trade could be the game changer Dallas needs? Would Warner be the perfect fit to boost that defense and solidify their playoff push? I'm curious to see how you guys feel about it. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Whether it's a big trade, an injury update, or a game preview, you know I've got you covered. Keep supporting the Cowboys, stay passionate, and let's keep the faith alive because this season is far from over. The road to the Super Bowl is long, but with moves like this, Dallas might just find the path to glory. Thanks for being with me today, and until next time, Cowboys Nation, stay loud and proud.